You're watching Theme Park Worldwide, where it's time for Let's Play Planet Coaster, the London Resort Episode 2. As you can see, I'm starting off with building a dark ride for this themed area, but I'll talk more about that in just a second. I just want to start off by saying thank you so much for all of your kind words and support on Episode 1 of the series back on Wednesday. Hundreds of comments from you all on there. I love this game so much, and it's clear that you all do as well. So it's great to have this series back here on Theme Park Worldwide, and I'm really pleased that you all enjoyed the first episode. There was also hundreds of comments saying with different names for the two different rides that I needed naming for this episode, and you only had a few days to turn this around, especially with us doing 2 episodes a week this series. So yes, I'll be coming on to them names in just a few minutes time. But yes, dark ride going into this medieval themed area. The area itself, by the way, has actually got a name. That's something that I'm not going to be needing suggestions for this time, because the areas are already named for the London Resort. This is called the Kingdom, and of course we built the castle, the RMC hybrid coaster, the Magic Twirl flat ride, and just some general infrastructure in episode 1. And I said I wanted to put a dark ride in. Well, here it is. This is going to be like a haunted castle themed dark ride. So obviously we've got the main castle up on the hill, then you've got the courtyard area, and then you've got this other castle at the back. So it's all kind of part of the same estate, if you like, but it's 2 separate buildings. And as you can see, we've gone for what in the game is actually a tracked dark ride. I've made it trackless because I just prefer that. I think, we are building a modern park here that's set to open in real time in 2025 if it actually does. With this I thought let's go for a trackless modern dark ride, because I feel like that's the sort of stuff they're going to be building a modern theme park now. And they'll probably buy a few of these ride systems for all the dark rides they've got planned from looking at the concepts. I thought why not, let's go for this. So what I've actually done is I've raised the floor up a little bit just to cover the track, so it looks like a trackless system. And what I'm doing here, obviously I've put all the walls around the side to block it in. That's kind of like the first stage for me when I build a dark ride. Everybody does it different, and everyone's always got different techniques for making things, and that's the great thing with Planet Coaster. There's no right or wrong way. Anybody can do what they like and just have fun with it. That's the beauty of this game, and that's why I love it so much. I decided to build the ride system, put the floor in, raise it up, and then put the wall all the way round. I then put in the interior walls, and as you can see here, I'm now starting work on the largest scene in the ride, which is going to be this banqueting hall. We've got the 2 long kind of benches in the middle there with all the seats on and all the tables with the candles on. We've got some spinning books on there, and here we're adding some nice effects that will be triggered effects. So that's the beauty of Planet Coaster. You can set the effects on timers or like on a sensor if you like, so when the ride actually comes round a corner or a certain area on the track, fully customizable, and then you can actually set the effects off. So that's what I'm doing there. I've just highlighted them 2 ghouls that we've put in, and then basically when the vehicle comes around the corner, they're going to launch forwards straight towards the ride vehicle itself. This will be the finale scene to the ride just here. So we've gone for some metal bars, like a bit of a jail scene, all these skeletons going up in there, kind of, people that have come back alive, in this. That's kind of what we're going for. A bit of a fantasy style storyline I'm going to be looking for with this. And yes, I am going to require a story. However, I've got a bit of a basis for you, if you like, for the story of this already. Because obviously you've got to have a bit of an idea when you're building a dark ride. And that story is partially going to come from the story that Mutant actually came up with. That's the YouTube user down below in the video comments on episode 1 for the Magic Twirl, which is the flat ride. So let's reveal that name. We've gone for Madame Zuru, which I really liked, and a fantastic backstory that's actually going to link the flat ride and the dark ride together. So here we go. Have you heard of Zuru? She's the crazy witch that lurks in the castle grounds. Legend has it that she is the last witch from the big witch hunt of 1560. She is waiting and lurking in the gardens for their next victims. If you choose to go in, remember to be careful, as if you get caught, she will send her flying minions to take you away to her lair. Love that. Are you brave enough to enter the witch's parts and save the day? Many adventurers have tried and none have returned. Good luck on your last hope. So there you go. That's the storyline that we've gone for the Magic Twirl, the little flat ride. And yes, I read that and I thought, well, I'm building this dark ride, Madame Zuru. That's kind of a really kind of good theme that I'd like to go for with the dark ride. So you've heard that storyline there for the flat ride. I want to kind of expand on that with this, that the castle, it all starts off like a normal tour through the castle, and then maybe Madame Zuru turns up in the ride, and that's where this animatronic comes in. That is Madame Zuru herself, because she's out on the flat ride in the middle. I thought, let's bring her into the dark ride here. We've got this library scene with all the bookcases, we've got the cauldrons going in, all the potions being mixed, and this is where she kind of comes into the ride, and you go around the back just there, you do a full kind of spin round in this library. She's taken over with all these potions and spells. So yeah, I thought, let's link the flat ride and the dark ride together. So yeah, as much as we've got a bit of an idea on the story, I'd like you to expand on that and of course come up with the name for this one as well. So yeah, the actual Magic Twirl is just called Madame Zuru. I don't think with this dark ride we need to mention her name in the actual name of the attraction. That's what you're going to discover her. You're not really going in there to see her, if you know what I mean. She's out there on the flat ride. You think you're going through a normal journey through this castle. However, all is not quite what it seems. So there we go. I'll leave it up to your imagination. Get your comments coming in. The next episode will be coming on Wednesday. So you've got a few days now, of course, to decide on the name and the in-depth storyline for this dark ride. But yeah, you can see the scenes coming really nice there with Madame Zuru herself. We've got like all the green mist effect in there. We're going to add some nice lighting. You've then got all the guards down that corridor before it leads into the main scene. So yeah, you kind of, she cast this kind of spell, on the ride. And then, yeah, you're going to make your way through the rest of it. And that's when you're going to see all these ghosts and things coming alive. All the, like you went through a normal library before, but yeah, later on in the ride, you're going to see books flying everywhere. And that's kind of what I went with the big banqueting scene. So yeah, I'll let you guys have fun and play with that and kind of do what you want with it, really. And I'll pick out my favourite one for Wednesday's episodes. Now, we also needed a name for the RMC Hybrid Coaster. Glad that you enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how the ride came together. Of course, the station area, it's all located here within the Kingdom themed area of the London Resort. But yeah, I've gone for a fantastic name just here that I really like, and that's Wyvern, which I think is brilliant. So it's got a fantastic backstory. Thanks to Jacob, YouTube user, for this one. But yes, Wyvern. After the Battle of Hastings in 1066, some soldiers from William the Conqueror's army have discovered castle ruins and a cave. Being mysterious, they decide to explore, but unwittingly set free a wyvern, a mysterious dragon famous in English folklore, which has now escaped and is raging across the English countryside. You are now tasked with capturing the dragon and returning it to its keep before it reaches the castle. Hurry, you're England's only hope. Thanks for that, Jacob. And I just want to say as well, thank you to each and every one of you that took the time to write a comment on the video and, of course, made suggestions for names and also stories. Don't worry, though, if you've not been picked this time, because we were only just getting started with this series. And yes, I am going to need a name and more in-depth storyline, of course, for the dark ride that I'm working on here. So, yes, get that in by Wednesday. And yes, you may have that picked out in episode 3 of the series. I told you this part was going to start progressing fast, and that's why I wanted to do 2 episodes a week, and of course the fact that the parks are going to be reopening in 6 weeks time, 7 weeks. I thought it would just be a perfect time, do 2 a week, and we can kind of get through this park and get things really moving with it, because there's a lot to talk about. There really is with the London resorts. But yeah, as you can see, the dark ride mostly done there, all the internal aspects of it, all the different scenes, and yeah, I'm really pleased with it. It's not a massively long dark ride. I've built much bigger rides before, but I wanted it to be quite compact. There's going to be a lot of indoor attractions and covered areas in this park. So yeah, you're going to be seeing a lot of this kind of style working indoors in buildings, and some of them, like I said on Wednesday in episode 1, we're going to have to be guessing what's in some of them. It's like this, it's a complete guess, because it could have just been a restaurant, a show, who knows. But I liked the idea of putting a dark ride here in the Kingdom, so I thought, why not? But yeah, really pleased with that. Just working on the lighting and effects in there now, just to get that right. Of course, we've got the main scene just there as well, with Madame Zuru, just to get that right. We've got the banqueting hall lighting. Again, we can trigger some lighting and effects as well, but just to get this right. But I will show you a full on-ride POV of this. I'm not going to do the audio and the kind of talking and show mode for it yet. I'm going to save that ready for the end of the series, of course, when we open the park. especially because of, we're moving pretty quick with this, and I want to make sure that I get the names and the stories really into my kind of voiceover, if you like. So yeah, I'm going to do it the other way around this time. Instead of doing all that first, the voiceover, that's going to come afterwards, once I've got the names and full storylines for it all. So yeah, stay tuned for that at the end of the series with the Dark Rides, because all that will be coming in one huge bumper episode. Working on the facade then now, because yeah, we've got this castle. Like I say, from the outside, you won't really know that you're going on kind of like a modern ghost train, if you like. I didn't want to use the ghost train ride system because really, quite frankly, I don't think a big modern theme park like this that's going to need capacity and all that kind of stuff, they're not going to install a classic ghost train. They're going to be using big ride systems, big ride vehicles. So that's what I'm really thinking of. I'm trying to be realistic with this, thinking, well, if the London Resort does get built, they're not going to be building a classic ghost train like the one at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. It's going to be big ride systems that can eat people and get people through. So that's kind of what I'm going for with this. So obviously we've got the coaster, we've got the flat, we've got the dark ride, so we've got 3 attractions built now in the park and a nice mix. But yeah, I really want to think now about bringing it all together, tying the kingdom together. So yeah, we're going to be using #rockwork, hey, it's back, and lots of different planting all around this, just to kind of bring it to life and fill in the gaps, so to speak, throughout this area of the park now that we've created. Something that I am really pleased with here though is the elevation change. I think that adds so much to it, having the castle raised up on the hillside, and then of course having the pathways kind of going up there. We've got the steps as well. I think that, yeah, it all just comes together really nice. And with this park, I want to make sure we have quite a few different elevations throughout. You've also just seen that I've put a covered roof on part of the queue line there for Wyvern and the coaster. And yeah, I just wanted to make sure that we've got a lot of covered over queues, as I mentioned back in episode 1. If this park does actually get built in real life, then yeah, they are actually going to be having a lot of indoor covered over queues and that sort of thing. So I wanted to make sure we do that here as well. I quite like queues that are outdoors and kind of interact with lots of theming, but I don't think we're really going to be seeing that with this park. So like I say, with this Planet Coaster series, it's very different to anything I've ever done since I first started playing the game back in 2016. Normally, I would build something to how I would have it, or a layout that I would have. But, with this, that isn't the case. I'm going off that concept art and kind of expanding on that. We haven't got details of how the kingdom area looks. So I've had to kind of expand on that myself, really, which is what we're going for. But that's all the fun of it, isn't it? That's what I really like. But yeah, that elevation there with the steps, and then of course, you've got the accessible way of getting down as well with the ramps. I just think it adds so much more dimension to the area, and I think that's really important. Just to do that in a park, it really is, and from looking at the concepts, it did look like there was kind of elevations and it was raised up a little bit on a hill. So yeah, I've kind of tried to put that in the most realistic way that I can do. Just doing some more work on the station there for Wyvern. I love that name. And it seems like a lot of you did too in the comments. That's the beauty of this series. It is just so interactive, and I love reading all the comments. I read every comment on every video on the channel, but the Planet Coaster ones are really amazing because people are putting so much thought and time and effort into it. And I can't thank you enough, honestly. It really is brilliant. And that's what brings these parks to life. My creations that I come up with, obviously this one's a bit different because, it's been inspired by a potential real park that might open in a few years. It seems weird saying that, but yeah, it's really nice because you've got so really creative imaginations, and it's great. It really is. Kind of, you look at what I build and then you come up with the names and stories. Fascinating. I love it so much. I really do. So yeah, I just want to talk a little bit now about what's going to be coming in episode 3 that's coming out on Wednesday. So yeah, what I'm going to be doing then is starting work on the next area. That is actually going to be off to the left hand side, so that's where I'm going to be starting next, kind of working on that lake area. There's another coaster what I'm going to be putting in next as well. I haven't quite decided on what coaster it is yet from looking at the concepts, but we're going to go with it. I was quite confident about the hybrid coaster. It does look like it looked like a wooden coaster with inversion, so that's kind of what we've gone for, with it being a hybrid RMC, and obviously there's not really many companies offering that, so I think we got a quite a near kind of what it might actually be with that one, a near sort of representation. That's what I was looking for word-wise. I was just thinking of it in my head and thinking, what's the word that I'm going for? That was the one. So yeah, with this other ride, I can't really tell what it is yet. I'm gonna have to study more of the concepts and zoom in, and we'll have a look. But I do know that area is going to have like a dinosaur kind of Jurassic Park-esque vibe around there with the theme. So that's going to be really interesting how we're going to do that in Planet Coaster. So yeah, watch this space. That's going to be coming up in the next episode. And again, it's probably going to be a couple of episodes to build that. But yeah, just adding that fire effect in now. That's something we can see in the concept art for the dragon. And what I really liked with the story for the coaster, just going back to Wyvern again. I love it, Jacob. Great name that you came up with. I really like how he kind of brought the area into it with the tunnel for the coaster being brought into the story. Of course, the dragon up there as well on top of the castle was brought into it. And yeah, also nice how it's based on some real history, you know, the Battle of Hastings 1066. But yeah, you can just see a couple of concepts there, and we'll take a ride now on the dark ride. Got the very enthusiastic ride operator there dispatching us, and off we go. So yeah, I'm just going to talk you through it, all the different scenes. I will be doing my traditional kind of adding the voiceover and music, but that's going to be done at the end of the series. You really want to focus on building the part now. But yeah, here we go then. So yeah, we're in that first scene. Of course, you're inside the castle, you're going on this tour, and yeah, you've got all the guards in there, and of course the big doors open up, and in we go through the gates and into this big scene, which is where everything is about to take a bit of a dramatic turn. You've got Madame Zuru there in the middle, waving that wand around, kind of casting all these spells. And yeah, really impressed with how that scene looks with the big library scene, all the books in there. And obviously that's why we've got the books floating around later on. You know, she's just kind of casting that spell, and then we're trying to, oh right, what's going on with this tour? Trying to get out of the way. Obviously we see the guards just there. Head down this long corridor, and there we go, all the guards all in sync there with their moving effects. But yeah, that's quite cool. And of course, around into the main scene of the ride, the big banqueting hall, where everything is not what it seems in there at all. There we go, we've got the ghouls coming at us from the left there, the flames come on, the stocks, the fireplace there, all the books are floating. We've got the demons up there on the actual long tables as well. I've kept it pretty dark in some of these scenes because it is a more modern ghost train, if you like, that we've gone for here. But yeah, we've got all the nice effects just over around at the side there, some good lighting. All the spiders on the walls and creepy crawlies, which is quite cool. The spooky jester there doing some juggling. I thought he'd be nice to add in, a bit creepy. And yeah, we get another view there at the demon making his way there along the big table. Whoa! And then I don't know how a clue how that effect would be done in real life, by the way. And then of course into the final scene just here, with the cages just there at the back, and all the skeletons comes to life before ending our tour. So yeah, it's not the longest of dark rides, one of my shortest ones that I've done, I'd say. But you know what? Really pleased with how it looks. And yeah, we're going to be having a lot of indoor attractions, so stay tuned for that. But there we go. Get your name suggestions coming in. I'll be back on Wednesday with the third episode of Let's Play Planet Coaster at the London Resort here on Theme Park Worldwide. I'll see you then. I look forward to reading your comments. And that leaves me with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you on Wednesday.